Hi, my name is Joshua Loya. I am totally blind, in case this isn't obvious. I'm a martial artist and competitive surfer, do a bunch of stuff. I've known Grandmaster Scott for coming up on 15 years now. And, he, the Ohana Way stuff that he teaches is life-changing. He's been teaching, he's been teaching principles about the idea of Ohana for years in Guardian Kempo Kajuko Do, which is the martial arts system he has developed over the last over 30 years. But it's profoundly powerful. I am a person I've been through a lot of really kind of crazy situations in my life. Many of them before I ever met him. I've had the opportunity to train with a whole bunch of people. Grandmaster Scott is probably chief among them. But my ability to learn from these other instructors and to have these really cool experiences and get past some of the very painful elements of my personal past, to iron out the sharp, edges that I have, to kind of get through some of those rough spots. I still have things I'm working on now. I'm not perfect at all. But a lot of the success that I have now of being able to be an oasis for people, to work in harmony with people, to be assertive, to conduct myself with a sense of nobility, and to live my life with that aloha spirit of loving people, making things better because I'm around. It's because of the influence and the teaching that Grandmaster Scott has provided me, again, through Guardian Kempo, the art that he's developed, and as well as and chief among, because the philosophy is there, and the Ohana Way. It's been there since I've known him, and he's really delved deep, especially in the last handful of years, to make it understandable and learnable and useful for a whole bunch of people. And I feel privileged to have gotten to know him and to have learned from him. My marriage actually almost fell apart by my own actions back in 12 years ago now. And it's through the principles that he later developed and articulated in the Ohana Way that we were able to save our marriage. It's absolutely profoundly huge. I've been through, like I said, some pretty profoundly negative experiences when I was in my middle school years, fairly traumatic events. And I've been able to filter to a large degree the negative things that came to me, and I've been able to stop them going through me and use those as a way to help other people, again, because I want to treat other people well. And this idea of Ohana, of family by choice, is so huge, and I think it has the potential to help not just me, but a lot of other people. And all the stuff that I do in my public speaking, in my competition, how I interact with people, it's heavily influenced by the principles and the beauty of everything that I've learned from Grandmaster Scott. And so if you have the opportunity to train with him, to learn from him, your life will be better for it. And if you learn nothing else, learn the Ohana stuff, and you'll see it sprinkled in through all the other stuff that he does. And the last thing I guess I want to say is that it's one thing to learn from somebody who knows a bunch of really good stuff. And, I've had the privilege of training with a lot of people who know a lot of really good things. I've also had the privilege of training with people who know a lot of really good things who don't live it out. And eventually their message gets polluted and you don't hear it as well and it's hard for you to put into practice because you see the inconsistency in them. One of the biggest things I appreciate about Grandmaster Scott is that he lives what he teaches. Even when it's painful for him, he lives it out so that you can see, what his life is like. And it's not even that he's doing it for a performative perspective or for that kind of value there. It's that he's teaching from what he does, not what he thinks other people should do, not what is socially acceptable or any of that. Although if you delve into it, you realize how much power there is in using the Ohana Way to heal a lot of the hurts in our country and our world right now. But the authenticity of the way he teaches is absolutely huge. And as I work towards filing down my rough edges and becoming more of the man that I want to be. That authenticity is one of the biggest things I appreciate about him. And so when you learn the Ohana way, you learn all the stuff that he's teaching there and throughout the other curriculums and things that he does, you will meet a man that does what he says. It's not just empty words, it's stuff that he lives out. And I think that is one of the key things that makes this so powerful.